Yo, bang bang niner man, back at you again. And today I'm kind of ticked off a little bit, you know what I'm saying, for the lack of respect that the 49ers is getting or not getting, should I say. Especially my boy Brandon Aiyuk, probably the most underrated receiver in the whole entire league, and I'm not even exaggerating. Man, this man here had 1,300 yards with, some change with only 75 receptions. 75 receptions. Let me put that into context. CD Lamb had 1,700 yards, but he had like 135 receptions. I mean, he got the ball 135 times. He caught the ball. Brandon Aiyuk, half of that, 7,500 yards. I mean, 75 receptions. But he had 1,300 yards out of them 75. CeeDee Lamb had to get twice as more for like a half more, you know what I'm saying, in yards. So you put Brandon Aiyuk, 1,300 yards. CeeDee Lamb, 1,700 yards. That's a 400-yard difference. But when you take into consideration the receptions now, 75 to, wait, let me double check so I make sure I get this right, bro. So receptions, 75 receptions, 1,342 yards for Brandon Aiyuk. CeeDee Lamb, he had, give me 1 second. This season here, 135 receptions, 1,749 yards. So, Brandon Aiyuk has done a lot with the little bit of opportunity that he had. You know what I mean? Because he got to split the ball with so many other different weapons. George Kittle, Deebo Samuel, Jawan Jennings, Kyle Juszczyk. You know, Juszczyk even made All-Pro. Made a Pro Bowl as a fullback. You know, congratulations to Juice. Shout out Juice. You know what I'm saying? You doing your thing. You definitely getting the recognition you deserve. But Brandon Aiyuk being snubbed, I mean, we need to start taking into account the opportunities that guys get and what they do with that opportunity. I think that's your whole weight. That's your whole value. You know what I mean? Why is that overlooked? It's like, oh, they just look at the bottom line. Oh, he had X amount of yards and this guy had X amount of yards. So clearly this other guy's better. But like, look at the opportunities that he had compared to this guy. You know what I mean? But you know what? It's all good. Brandon Aiyuk gets snubbed. He deserved it, man. He deserved to be a Pro Bowler. You know what I mean? Deebo probably should have got it too, you know what I mean? But I guess his number wasn't all there. But like, he's one hell of a player. You know what I'm saying? So everybody on the Niners is a hard hitter, you know what I mean? But sometimes they use that as a narrative to go against why Brock isn't good. But they're also not good enough to make Pro Bowls, I guess. You know, Deebo Samuel and Brandon Aiyuk, two of the top two receivers in the league. I think they're the top two best. I don't think there's nobody better than them. You know, especially with Deebo with the yards after the catch. Like, dude's like a tank. If you don't wrap him up good, man, he ain't going down easy. He is not going down easy at all, man. Brandon Aiyuk, you probably could get, you know what I'm saying, but he good for yards after a catch too, cause he good. He got the speed. He got the quickness. You know what I'm saying. He can get to the outside and turn nothing into something. You know, you feel me? But I hate the fact that we get snubbed on these things, but they also use that as a reason to downgrade Brock. Like, oh, he got these great weapons. Well, why they don't get Pro Bowl recognition? You know what I'm saying? They use that to take away from Brock Purdy's MVP case, because he had like the most or the highest QBR in the whole entire league. second year in the league. You know what I'm saying? For a second year quarterback, that's highly impressive to me. Cause you still gotta throw the fucking ball, bro. You still gotta throw the ball. It don't matter how good this other guy is. You know what I'm saying? You can have Megatron on your team. You can have Calvin Johnson on your team. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta get the ball to them. It ain't like they could, you know what I'm saying? You still gotta throw it to where they could catch it, cause they still gonna be defended or whatever. You know what I mean? It ain't like it's just an automatic, like, oh, you got this guy on your team, so you should automatically. And they all tried to put this narrative on them too, that Brock was just doing dump off passes. He was just throwing screens and then the yards after the catch. That's why his numbers are so inflated, because these other guys are doing all the work. Are you watching the game? Are you watching the game, man? What are you looking at? Like, are you just watching the highlights or something? Did you just see, like, were you just walking by the TV and the highlight just happened to show a screen pass or something, and the screen pass went for a touchdown? You don't see Brock bombing it downfield. He had a 75-yard bomb to Brandon Aiyuk against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They're a playoff team. I'm not sure if they're above 500, but they're a playoff team, and they're top of their division, the NFC South, you know what I mean, for whatever that's worth. And Aiyuk torched their ass. Aiyuk was torching fools all this year, man. So highly underrated. They need to put some respect on Brandon Aiyuk's name. He's one of the greatest in the league right now, and it's a damn shame how nobody is paying attention. That's a damn shame. He don't get the respect and recognition he deserves. He definitely deserves it, man. But you know what I'm saying? He coming, man. I think that low key did us a favor. He gonna be turned down like, oh, y'all want to snub me? Y'all ain't seen when I put on tape this year. You know what I'm saying? Y'all want to snub me? Y'all want to snub me? Like, you feel me? But yeah, I can't take away from CeeDee Lamb. Hell of a year, you know what I'm saying? But Dak was just passing it to him every goddamn play, I guess. You know what I'm saying? To get 135 receptions, like, damn, bro. Dak, do you pass it to anybody else? I guess not. I don't know. I guess CD is always open or something. If Dak that's his first read, he's going to that guy. You know what I'm saying? They got some kind of special connection out there, I guess. I don't know. Props to them, but line that shit up against the Niners, it ain't gonna work. You know what I'm saying? We torched their ass, but CD is not better than Brandon Aiyuk. I don't care what nobody say. I don't care what the stats say, because you gotta put a lot of things into context. A lot of things into context. You feel me? About the number of opportunities you get and what you do with them opportunities. Brandon Aiyuk got 1,300 yards on 75 receptions. He's like at the bottom when it comes to receptions, you know what I mean? Like, I think he's tied for 31st or something. So I wouldn't say the bottom, but like he's not in the top 10 in receptions. You feel me? So I'm not sure if that's a knock against him, but look what he produced with what he got. You know what I mean? He was getting big chunks every time he touching the ball. You know what I'm saying? He on the scramble drill. You know what I'm saying? After his route was completed and Brock was out the pocket, he helping he back to getting open. You know what I mean? So, hey, big salute to you, Brandon Aiyuk. You don't get your recognition. You got to make these fools believe. You know what I'm saying? We got the postseason coming up. I know Brandon Aiyuk is about to go ham. He going to wear that chip on his shoulder, and he going to give it to him. You know what I mean? I think y'all done pissed the wrong person off, because he seems like a pretty cool dude, pretty humble dude. You know what I'm saying? Every time he in an interview, he real laid back. You know what I'm saying? And he real respectful. You know what I'm saying? But this snub, I think they probably done unleashed the beast, man. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, y'all want to doubt me? That's disrespectful, man. He been doing this. He been making highlights and been doing this damn thing. And like, even on these sports debate shows or whatever you call them, he still don't be getting his recognition. They still be name dropping Debo and Kittle. I'm like, is they gonna mention Aiyuk? Have they not been seeing what Aiyuk been doing? Why? I mean, I know Debo's a hell of a beast and Kittle's a hell of a beast, and like, their plays are super exciting when guys are trying to tackle them and they drag them 5 to 10 yards. You know what I'm saying? That's amazing. I can see how that image could get stuck in people's heads, and I can't fault them for that, because we all human. We all like what we like. If we like seeing people get drugged 5 to 10 yards, then and that's gonna stick with you, then hey, I can see that. But Brandon Aiyuk can be going crazy. Best route runner in the league right now. Stamp that. Best route runner in the league. Brandon Aiyuk always getting open. You saw how he been cooking people? Oh my god. Oh my god. It's highly underrated. We need to get some traction on some of these Brandon Aiyuk highlights and how he be working fools. He catching a ball all over the field, outside the numbers, across the middle, down the field. You know what I'm saying? Like where he don't, like name a weakness in Brandon Aiyuk's game and the blocking. Not too many wide receivers is even blocking like Aiyuk. Did you see that one play? Opening drive. We going against. I want to say the Bucks. Could have been the Cards. No, it was the Cards. It was the Cards, bro. We had the Cardinals. Opening play, opening drive. You know what I'm saying? CMC get the ball. You feel me? Brandon Aiyuk marching down the field. I want to say marching, but he was juking down the field, getting all the way downfield to complete a block. It was like inside the 5. Like, mind you, we back at the 20, 25 or is it 35? The 25-yard line. You know what I'm saying? You know, touchback. You know, you get the ball at the 25-yard line, whatever. Man, we all the way down at the other end 25-yard line. That's how far Brandon Aiyuk traveled to put some pads on somebody, man. Block somebody for CMC coming through. CMC could have got that touchdown too. He should have got that tug, man. If he'd have just juked to the right. Well, I know it's kind of hard to see. You know what I'm saying? You in the moment, you just trying to get away from this tackler right here. You don't see the other. It's all good. It's all good. We love you, CMC. CMC a hell of a beast too. You know what I'm saying? But this right here is about Brandon Aiyuk, man. Hell of a blocker for a wide receiver. He really takes pride in his blocking, man. He'll really light somebody up, man. He'll really. I know he'd be prideful as fuck walking back to that film room, man. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to see. Did you see how I lit such and such up? You know what I'm saying? Who could forget the very first game, week 1, we won against the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, another CMC run. I don't know what it is when CMC got the ball. Brandon Aiyuk go into destruction mode. He be trying to take people's heads off or something like that. But somebody was trying to run up on CMC and Brandon Aiyuk was like, no, not on my watch. Like, you ain't finna touch it, you know what I'm saying? He lit that boy up. Go back and pull up the receipts on that one. Brandon Aiyuk, week 1 versus the Steelers. He took somebody out, you know what I'm saying? That's engraved in my head, you know what I'm saying? But you know what? In my book, Brandon Aiyuk, you the best. You the best, bro. Like, ain't nobody touching you when it comes to the block game, when it comes to the route running. You know what I'm saying? The only thing they got on you is the opportunities. You know what I'm saying? He don't get many opportunities coming his way, and that's not something within his control. But every single thing that's within his control that he has, like the side of the game where he's responsible for, he steps up. He handles business. You know what I'm saying? He blocks downfield. He blocks in the run game. You feel me? Put some respect on this man's name. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna leave it at that. Bang bang, not a bang.